Hey yo, BT, if y'all keep dropping these chronicles like this, I'm gonna have to get cable again. Ruff Ryders Chronicles this time follows the No Limit Chronicles, which I have to review episode 5 of that. This is the first episode of the Ruff Ryders Chronicles, and I had to review this because this has to do with my favorite rapper of all time, DMX. You learn something new every day. Now, to any Ruff Ryders historians, forgive me. I'm a fan of X, I'm a fan of Ruff Ryders, but I didn't really know the history of it. I did not know that the Ruff Ryders was started by a cat named Wadeen and his brother. I forgot the brother's name, and the sister. It's a family affair. I didn't know that they started this. I love the whole backstory about how they came up in the Bronx under a Muslim raising. And now, I'm no Muslim, but I will say that the Muslims do know how to raise some black kids into strong black people. I will give them that. Maybe it's something I should try or should have tried, but look, I'm too stuck in my ways, so fuck that. But anyways, I like the backstory of the founders of the Ruff Ryders, and then how my man, you know, things weren't going good with Wah. Things weren't going good. He was on the street hustling, and he came across Heavy D and was like, "Look here, man, how do I get into the music game?" And Heavy D seems like a stand-up dude. Heavy D was like, "Look, get you an artist, bring him to me, we could work out a deal." And Wah's friend had the mixtape, Dark Man X. I said, oh, okay, now we're gonna introduce X. Now X comes into the picture. When it comes to DMX part of the story, even though I already know this about X, but when it came to this part of the story, this shit broke my heart because DMX has a very heartbreaking fucking background, man. And you know what I love about X as a rapper is that he doesn't shy away from his dark past. He doesn't shy away from his insecurities and his flaws, and you know, the bad and the good. You know, some rappers, they talk a good game, they try to be tough, they try to be players, they try to make themselves look like fucking sexual tyrannosaurus or fucking ultimate gangsters. X was just a person. Yes, he had a background in robbing, okay? And it's funny because he was robbing people with a dog, which I've never heard of. Usually you hear a knife or a gun. This nigga had not a Rottweiler, but a pit bull robbing motherfuckers. But X was always transparent, and what you heard in his music, that was him. He buried his soul in his music, similar to Pac, you know what I mean? And similar to Big as well. You know, rappers that can really put themselves out there and be like, here, this is me, this is who I am, take it or leave it. You know, and I respect that motherfucker. And even Jay-Z in the beginning, you know, Jay, Reasonable Doubt through Blueprint, I guess. You know, Jay was that nigga too. But X's backstory was really heartbreaking because they show his dysfunctional relationship with his mom. You know, I could somewhat relate to that. Like, my mom wasn't that bad, but me and my mom, we don't have the best relationship. But that whole situation, how he was in group homes and shit, you know, becoming a stick-up kid. But he had skills. He had rhyming skills. And, you know, battling motherfuckers. And then Wah, you know, approaches him. You know, we're going to make something out of you. You know, you're going to be a top MC. And it went from the heartbreaking backstory, which, well, one time I did almost come to tears when he was talking about how his mom dropped him off in the group home. And he kind of broke down. That shit kind of got me a little bit, man. I can't front. The shit got me a little bit. But when it got to the part where X was now pursuing a career as a rapper, that's when the shit became inspiring to me. I'm a YouTuber, and I'm trying to do something with this, with my channel. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for 3 years now, and I'm not where I exactly want to be, but I'm thankful for where I am because, though, you know, to those that watch, those that follow, I appreciate the fuck out of y'all. So every view I get, every comment I get, good or bad, I appreciate the fuck out of y'all, you know what I mean? But I'm not exactly where I want to be. There's times where I get discouraged where I'm like, you know what, maybe this ain't it for me, maybe I should. But because I love doing what I do, I love making videos, I love making content, you know what I mean? I'm not stopping this no time soon, but I say that to say this. Seeing X and his journey, X didn't really start popping until 98. All right, when he came with It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Before then, I never heard of X. This dude been trying to get into the game since 92. Irv Gotti even produced a track for him. Irv Gotti believed in him. You know, Wah and his brother believed in him. But nobody really wanted to fuck with X. And I forgot, did they mention it in this part? Or they might mention it, but yeah, even Diddy passed up on him. A lot of motherfuckers didn't want to fuck with X because he was a street nigga, you know. Everybody knew he was on crack. You know, he said he got addicted to crack at 14. And he was just a real gritty street dude that nobody really wanted to fuck with. And even as far as his music go at the time, you know, everything was on a smooth tip, you know what I'm saying? And with the exception of Onyx and Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? And I guess you put EPMD in that category. There wasn't really a lot of room for like a lot of really rough, rugged, you know, MCs. So a lot of people passed up on him. So I guess part 2 is going to go into when his breakthrough happened and he finally emerged as DMX, the hottest rapper on the planet. From 98 to 2001, X was like the Stone Cold Steve Austin of the rap game. The badass, you know what I'm saying? Kicking ass, taking names, you know what I'm saying? No prisoners, DMX. And it's funny I mentioned Stone Cold because at that time, in that time period, 98 to 2001, DMX was my favorite rapper. Stone Cold was my favorite wrestler. Which is the reason I got a bald fucking head. Believe it or not, I might can find a picture, but I used to have a fro. I used to look like a fucking Samoan. And I used to keep my hair braided. But those two guys inspired me so much, man. I gave myself a bald fucking head. I've been bald ever since. Because of X and because of Stone Cold, Steve Austin, give me a hell yeah. Y'all, this documentary is inspiring. I can't wait to watch parts 2 through 5. Like I said, BET, y'all keep coming with this fire, I will keep watching. I love shit like this. And now this is something I can really relate to because this is in New York. I didn't grow up in Yonkers. I didn't grow up in Manhattan, the Bronx. I come from Long Island. But New York is New York, goddammit. Yeah, I can't wait to see the rest of this, y'all. So, have you seen the Ruff Ryders Chronicles? Oh, yeah, and wait a minute. And I didn't know this also, y'all, that the name Ruff Ryders came from the movie Posse. Ain't that some shit? So next week is going to get into the Locks and Eve and I guess everybody else drag on, you know, and the rest of the crew. So yeah, I'm excited, y'all. What do you think about the Ruff Ryders Chronicles? Are you excited for it or do you not fuck with the Ruff Ryders? You probably disagree with me that DMX is the best rapper ever. Damn it, he's my favorite rapper, okay? You can say whoever you want to say. X is my guy. Alright, so fuck it. Anyways, y'all, if you like the content, hit that like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G. Sign out this mug.